Most exhibitors at a trade show believe that the customer is whomever walks in front of their booth. That is actually the smallest audience that you will reach. The real exposure happens online, on ChatGPT, on Claude, on social media channels like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. It happens through content that travels through the show. People do not remember booth designs. People remember stories. They remember the demos, the content they saw on LinkedIn, on YouTube. They remember the press articles, the media mentions. Visibility at trade shows are no longer limited to the expo hall. It lives in feeds, in inboxes, in AI responses and conversations. If you did not capture that, or if your brand was not captured in that, you don't exist. Companies show up thinking that the booth is the asset. It's not. The booth is the stage. The asset is the content that you create from that stage. And most brands create nothing. No content, no videos, no recaps, no walkthroughs, no influencer coverage, no media. No customer testimonials, no hooks, no angles, no stories. You spent $300,000 on a booth and you did not record a single reusable clip? That's not a marketing strategy, that's a complete loss. Meanwhile, the brands that win create hundreds of assets. Short form videos, long form videos, interviews, testimonials. They get PR hits, viral clips, YouTube videos, mentions from customers, prospects. They get valuable stories that could be shared for the next 12 months. They get all of those assets get shared, they get found. The organizations that do not leverage all of that just walk away with a tired staff, maybe a few badge scans, and they walk away with zero digital footprint. If your entire audience had to be physically present to hear your message, I'm sorry, but you built the wrong plan. The game is not the booth, the game is amplification. And the brands that understand this are the ones that dominate search, they dominate AI, they dominate YouTube for anything that's searched in that specific category, whether they sell products or services. Brands that attend these trade shows, they obsess over the physical experience, but they forget all about the digital experience. They'll spend 6 months on booth designs, on carpets, on the different types of booklets they're going to print, the swag, the flights, the logistics. Then they allocate zero budget for media or zero budget for amplification. No content strategy, no capture plan, no videos. And maybe they'll record some videos, but they will not do anything with it. The assumption is that the show is good enough. You are already producing valuable moments. You already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to be present. And if no content or no videos or no testimonials, if no media mentions, if no press hits happen after the show, why did you spend all that money? Because most B2B or even D2C buyers, they don't decide to buy at the show. They'll make their decisions once they go back home and look at all the different options that they may have. Who do you think that they're more likely to do business with? People who continue to nurture them afterwards on social media, on retargeting, on different media. If you Google the brand name, the Google News section has 5 different brands talking about, or 5 different outlets talking about what they did at that specific show. Are they more likely to work with that company or buy from that company, or the company that disappeared and maybe a salesperson calls after 3 days? That has nothing to do with ROI, with the return on investment. That's just performance, it's just theater. Here is the reality. If your event investment does not create a searchable, indexable digital asset that works on Google Search, YouTube, Google News, or on ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity AI models, you're wasted money. You're hoping that people who go home, they remember your brand after 72 hours. They will not. Here is the new updated game, an AI-first strategy. Category leaders don't show up hoping for traffic and visibility. They engineer it. Weeks before the trade show event, their PR team is already scripting walkthroughs and the different videos that need to be recorded and the different pitches that need to go out to media outlets. They're mapping conversation points, they're mapping influencers. They know exactly what content they're going to capture. And they know how that content is going to be used after. They treat the show like a production set, not a trade floor. During the show, they're filming everything, every booth interaction, every product demo, every conversation that could be turned into content will be recorded. Micro clips, testimonials, behind the scenes. Their team isn't just standing around in the booth, they're producing assets. And after the event, they will not disappear. They go live, they launch a wave of distribution. LinkedIn posts, TikTok reels, YouTube recaps, media mentions, blog posts. So when buyers ask ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity, who should I buy from? Who should I do business with? Who was the most active brand at this event? They are going to show up. And not because they spent the most amount of money, but because they left the strongest digital footprint. This is how visibility is won now. Not with physical presence, but with a signal strategy. This is the new buying reality. If AI cannot see you, your buyers will not be able to see you either. Visibility does not come from physically showing up. It comes from creating signals that AI, search engines, media, news can identify. If you have committed to spending $100,000 to $500,000 in any trade show, don't move forward without a system that turns that investment to digital visibility for the next 12 months for your organization. Talk to me before you write your next check. I'll help you build the engine that works long after the lights at that trade show are turned off.